Hey, how's it going? This is Melinda and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about sound quality of records because sometimes you think you have it all figured out and you know which pressing is going to sound the best. And I'm going to talk to you about something that really surprised me. Several records that I put to the test blew me away and I wasn't expecting it at all. So this is probably going to be a little bit of a controversial video, at least for some of you, but I'm just going to tell you what I think sounds great, and let the chips fall where they may. So if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell. Everything you do helps my channel, and I thank you so much. Before I get started, I want to give a special thank you to Debbie in Texas. She sent me a wonderful little gift of VCLT. This is a box set of big band jazz, and I really enjoy it. It has a lot of really cool early artists for jazz, like Duke Ellington, Dizzy Gillespie, Artie Shaw. Just really, really nice. Count Basie. 12 LPs. They look like they were unplayed and they sound really nice. So I really appreciate it. Look how clean this is. Thank you so much, Debbie, for that very generous gift. I really appreciate it. Also, I just got this in the mail. I'm just going to show just real quick. This is my little wonderful Music Direct catalog. So great. Here's Eddie on the cover. It's perfect for me. So happy. And look at all this. This is just what's to come. This is the first sneak peek of what a one-step by Van Halen's going to look like, the Hotel California. A lot of really cool releases that are coming up. I'm very excited. I just wish they could be a little quicker at it, but I understand. They'll get to it when they can. They're in just as big a hurry to get things out as I am, so that's really cool. Let's go ahead and get started with this video that I think is going to be a little controversial. I'm going to be saying some things that are my opinion, and it's just my ears, what I heard, my opinion completely. So, but there's some records that really surprised me when it comes to sound quality. And just when you think you know which audiophile record companies are going to sound the best, what's going to be the best, it all changes, at least for me. So let me just go ahead and get started by saying a little while back, I watched a video by Rachel, the Music Ma'am. She makes a lot of really good live streams every single day that you can check out, but occasionally she does pop up with just one of our old-fashioned type of videos like I make. And she discusses different topics. One video she made that I thought was really good and stuck in my head was this one. It was about a box set by Bob Dylan, the original mono recordings. She sung its praises, talked about how high quality everything was about it. And these records, it says on here on the hype sticker, reproduced from their first generation mono mixes, highest quality, all analog 180 audiophile vinyl. And these, my particular box was mastered by Ryan Smith at Sterling Sound, pressed at RTI. The covers are really nice and thick and beautiful quality. The records are very clean. They're very beautiful. They're in great shape. So as far as the quality of the records, I was really impressed. She talked about this quite a bit. I couldn't get it out of my head, and I already owned the Beatles in mono and the Rolling Stones in mono, so I thought, why not complete the trilogy here? Because once these sell out and are out of print, these may very well do what the Beatles and the Rolling Stones mono box sets have done and become almost unobtainable because of price. So I decided to go ahead and buy this. And I will say that this is about a $250 package, but if you shop around at certain places, I'm not going to name their names, but you can get these about $100 less to about $140, breaking them down to about under $20 a record. Really, really good stuff. We're getting 8 LPs. And of course, Blonde on Blonde is a 2 LP set. And you're getting superb quality. So that's all nice. The packaging's great. A+. but I wanted to know how they sound. So that was an interest of mine. Let me just show you before I get started on the sound quality. This is just a really good example of their, they had a really nice, they took care of the details. They had great details. And all of these records that came out at this time were on the 2i Columbia label. But the very, very first Bob Dylan records, this is the first album he ever put out, was on the 6i. And they did go through the trouble of making the 6i label for the very first pressing. I thought that was a very nice notice of detail that a lot of people would have missed, but I thought was very cool. Just shows they knew what they were doing, they were paying attention. So now let's go ahead and get on to some sound comparisons. I love this beautiful copy of the Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. This was the one that was in the box set. Absolutely beautiful. Cannot argue the quality of the cover. Really thick stock cardboard, 2i Columbia label reproduction. The vinyl was very clean when I received it, looked great, and I played it and really enjoyed it. So because I already had a couple of these records in mono, I wanted to do a sound comparison. So this is the original master recording by Mobile Fidelity, 45 RPM, 2 LPs. This has been my go-to beautiful record that I've been enjoying for a very long time. I love this album. I think it's fantastic. And I love Mobile Fidelity. The sound quality is incredible on this album, and I really enjoy it. But I was just curious, okay? So this box set that really, if you do your shopping right, you will find a fabulous deal on it. Does it stack up? This is 33 RPM. This is 45 RPM. Does this one really stack up to the Mobile Fidelity record? Okay, I'm very, very shocked to say, yes, it does. It more than stacks up. We're talking about a 45 RPM 2 LP set that you're gonna have to get up and change the records for. Totally worth it because the sound quality is fabulous. However, my husband and I listened to these back to back, and we thought this one, the 33 RPM that came out of the box set, was just as good. It is just as good and a little bit better. So if you don't believe me, if you have this one and you have this one, I recommend you listen to the song Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. It literally sounds like Bob Dylan is singing to you in your house on this one. And it does on this too, it's great. But these are out of print and they are $150 to $200 a record. And this one, if you do your correct shopping, is under $20. So I know I might get some flack for saying that, but you know what? The Mobile Fidelity records are out of print. This box set is still in print as of right now. So, I mean, to me, that blew my mind. That really surprised me. And I'm just gonna go ahead and show this one as well because I had this. This is the John Wesley Harding in mono, okay? Great record. And again, great sounding record. So I put that one up against my mono version of Bob Dylan's John Wesley Harding on the Mobile Fidelity original master recording, 45 RPM, 2 LPs, beautiful. Now I will say, these records have gatefolds. They're very well made, so they're worth their money too, especially if you bought them when they were in print. We listened to both copies, and again, this one sounded just as good as the Mobile Fidelity version of it. So my mind's blown. I wasn't expecting that those records from that box set were going to sound as good as the Mobile Fidelity records. I guess the bottom line of what I'm saying is the Mobile Fidelity records are sold out. They're out of print. Before you spend like $150 to $200 per record on the Bob Dylan records, buy that box set and you will not be disappointed. I promise. So I know it's controversial. I love Mobile Fidelity, everything they put out is magic to me. So this is not any kick on Mobile Fidelity. If you have those records, you have a treasure. They're fabulous. But this box set is also really good. I'm just saying, for people who missed out on the Mobile Fidelity records, get this box set. You'll have the 33 RPM and they sound great. So let me move on to Journey now, because I recently found a really cool pressing of it. This is the half-speed mastered version of Journey Frontiers. And this is really hard to find. It's pretty rare. If you look on Discogs, more people want it than own it. And currently, and most of the time, it isn't for sale. So it's kind of a rare record, okay? And I went ahead and picked it up when I was in Florida because I thought, I love this album. Anything that could sound better is going to be a plus, okay? So this is my original. This is just one of those I bought and used, paid probably $3 for really early on in vinyl collecting. So my husband and I gave both of these a listen, and I'm not gonna lie, I have had some half-speed mastered records before, and I thought, this one's gonna win. This is gonna blow the other one away, because my Toto 4 half-speed mastered is incredible. But you know what? We couldn't tell a difference. Not a difference at all between this $3 record and a record that probably costs about $40. Now, I understand this is probably almost a $20 record at this point, because all of the used records are up in value. But the half-speed master did, it was a little disappointing. I thought it was gonna sound better than the just original that you pick up, just the common one. I was actually surprised. So if you like having that record and you want it for the rarity of the half-speed mastered, good, that's great. And I think it's cool to own, but I was hoping it was going to sound better than the original, and it did not. So now I want to talk to you about Paul McCartney and Wings, a wonderful record, one of my favorites, probably my favorite solo album by Paul. I love Tug of War as well, but this one is a fabulous record. And this one is a reissue that was done fairly recently. I got the white vinyl version of it, and it sounds killer. It's really, really good. I also have a half-speed mastered version that came out in 1981. And I also have the 25th anniversary version that came out back in 1999. So I thought I would listen to all three of those and tell you what one I think sounds the best. And I'll just go ahead and start with this 25th anniversary version. I have to admit, when I was listening to that one, my husband and I were we know the song Band on the Run extremely well. Even my husband knows the song Band on the Run. And there were parts on this one where we looked at each other. There was guitar riffs, a guitar work that we had never heard on any other pressing before. So that was kind of shocking to us. So this was a very good sounding pressing. And this one, the white vinyl. You know, you can get this one for about $20, $25. If you find it on sale, you can get it for pretty cheap. It sounds amazing. It is a great, great sounding version of this record. And I will say it is pretty much a tie, but I give a slight nod to the half-speed mastered version of Band on the Run that came out in 1981. For us, we felt it was a little bit punchier, and we felt like it sounded like Paul's voice was a little bit more, they put it a little more forward in the mix on this one. But you know what? I found this for a fairly good price. I would say it's not that much different than this. So if you can find this one, the newer reissue, I'm sorry for the glare, you guys. If you can find this one, I'd say you're not missing out on anything. That one is a great sounding one. But the half-speed mastered on that one was great. Not so great on the Journey one. So it's just, you just never know. It's so weird. It just feels like you can't rely on anything as far as, I would say you can rely on Mobile Fidelity, Analog Productions. There's certain really quality standouts out there. And now I want to talk to you about Kiss. This is another one that, oh my goodness, this is so controversial, but I'm going to say it anyway. Okay, so I got this new one. This is the 45th anniversary edition. Do not be confused. This is not 45 RPM. It's a half-speed mastered version of the 45th anniversary version of Destroyer by Kiss. And it's a great record. I love Kiss. This is one of my favorites, if not my favorite record by them. This is a beautiful pressing too. It is on 2 LPs. First off, this red LP is great. It is outtakes, and I would say this record is worth buying for the version, the acoustic version of Beth, and also Paul Stanley's version of God of Thunder on here is very interesting. I still think Gene's is better, and I think they made the right decision by giving that song to Gene. But I thought Paul had a really good version of it as well. And then this is the version of Destroyer. Let me show you the label, because I think the label took me by surprise. I thought it was really cool. It's kind of dark and a little muted, and I think it looks really good with this yellow vinyl. So I'm not disappointed with the sound quality of the colored vinyl. Definitely not disappointed with the outtakes. I thought it was fabulous. And I'm not disappointed with the sound quality. I think it's really good. However, I think Kiss Resurrected is a little bit better. It was mastered by Bob Ezrin. It's punchier than that one is, and I really like it. I also have a German pressing that I would say is my least. It just doesn't sound good. It's out of all of them I have, it sounds the worst. Not that it's horrible or anything like that. I was surprised that a German pressing would come in last. Here's what's really shocking to me. This is what shocks me the most about this, okay? So you can see I have a really old Kiss record. Look at the cover. That's why I have these others, because I've always been wanting to upgrade this record. The cover is terrible. I bought it at a flea market. It was one of the first records I ever bought. It's not even an original. The originals came on that blue label, so this is something a little bit later on, and yet nothing has ever beat this early reissue of Kiss's Destroyer. Nothing. I don't know if I just happened to get something that was called a hot stamper. I don't know, but I can't get rid of this record no matter how bad this cover looks, because the vinyl sounds fantastic. It has always blown me away at the sound quality. So let me know what you think about my findings. And I know some of the things I say are controversial, and I just say if you enjoy the copy you have, keep it and enjoy it. Who cares what I think? I'm just here trying to help you maybe navigate finding the right pressing that you would enjoy. I like giving suggestions. You know, instead of chasing those Mobile Fidelity records for $150 each, the box set would do you very well. And it's basically you buy the box set for what you pay for one Mobile Fidelity Bob Dylan record. Let me know in the comments what you think about this video, and I really would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. That is my video for today. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.